Last week we talked about Vision possibly faking his emotions and whether or not that even matters, and you guys had a lot to say, so let's jump into it. So first things first, JiFish brings up the difference between intelligence and consciousness, which is something that I kind of rushed through and maybe accidentally misled people into thinking that they were the same, or that the Turing test was actually testing for consciousness, not intelligence. I did later in the video say that the Turing test is specifically testing for intelligence, but my transition into that section was by setting it up with the idea of consciousness, which may have maybe gotten a little confusing and misconstrued some things, so I apologize for that. I believe I said something along the lines of, if I can't tell the difference between Vision's consciousness and your consciousness, then is there even a difference? And this is what the Turing test aims to prove. Now again, I wasn't trying to say that the Turing test aims to prove consciousness, but rather it aims to prove the idea, in essence, that if we can't tell the difference between a computer thinking and human thinking, then is there a difference whatsoever? The segue was just got things all sorts of confusing, so apologize for that. Likenem brings up this idea that they don't consider an AI to be close to human because they don't really worry about mortality that much, which I feel like it really depends on what story you're reading. I think there are some AIs that really do worry about their own mortality, but it's not, I guess it's not the same as us, I mean, I don't know, maybe it is. Again, it goes back to the whole pragmatic maxim thing. If we can observe them being scared for their mortality, then is it the same as actually being scared for their mortality? I don't know. But this also makes me wonder about, as technology keeps increasing and humans keep living longer, is there going to be a point sometime in the distant future when humans don't have to worry about their mortality? Is that going to be something where we're not humans anymore based on this criteria? And also there's a bit of a terminology thing to discuss here as well. When I was using the term human in the video, most times I think I was just trying to use it as a stand-in for person, not necessarily biological human, because obviously an AI isn't going to be a biological human. That's its own thing, separate from artificial intelligence, androids, that sort of thing. But can they still be persons? Can they be granted personhood? I don't know. Mr. 420 Spy brings up an interesting point, which is that they feel artificial beings in the Marvel universe feel like they are less than humans. Remember how Vision was saying that he feels like artificial intelligence is treated less than human. And they're saying that they think that because they can actually see their human creators. They can look at them and examine them and measure them and see the inherent flaws in them that humans have, which is interesting because you could also kind of fire back with, well, can't we see our parents and see the flaws that our parents have? But there is, I understand the difference there. It reminds me of the idea that there was never a first human, that as we kept evolving, there was not just like, all of a sudden, boom, humans are here. It was more just like a gradual change, and then over time we realized, oh yeah, humans are a different species than what came before. Whereas with androids, it is kind of that boom kind of moment where you go from human creator to android without any transition there. And so you can kind of see the creator and see how completely different they are from you. And I don't know, maybe that plays a role. FitnessNerd and a bunch of other people brought up Descartes' Cogito Ergo Sum. And I want you guys to know I wrote an entire huge section about this in the video that I ended up cutting out, but just to give you some of the highlights. So yes, Cogito Ergo Sum does mean that the only thing I know to be true is that I exist. FitnessNerd might have gotten it a little bit wrong when he says, if Vision can doubt, then he's conscious. I don't think that's what Descartes was trying to get at. I think he was trying to get at, you can't actually doubt your existence, because in doing so, you kind of imply the existence of the doubter, therefore you exist. And so it's not that if you doubt you exist, it's that you can't doubt you exist. So this part about Descartes and Cogito Ergo Sum was supposed to be in the section about where I was talking about Vision having a soul. So kind of the gist of it is that all of our physical senses can be tricked. There are optical illusions that we fall prey to. All of our other senses can be fooled into believing something that's not actually true, but the only thing we know to be true is that we exist, and therefore we must be made up of two different things, the physical stuff and the mental stuff. Descartes was a dualist. He believed that Cogito Ergo Sum proved that humans were made up of two different things. But yeah, that at the end of the day, that section just kind of got cut because it didn't really flow well. But yeah, thanks for bringing it up. There were a million other amazing comments on this video that I really wish I could have time to talk about, but please go check out the video right there. Leave your thoughts. Start a conversation in the comments below. Definitely worth your time. Oh, we also have Dylan's video that he did, the follow-up for that as well. So if you want to go check that out, watch it, start a conversation in the comments. Super interesting stuff. You guys are brilliant, and I love you. But I think that's going to be it for this week, guys. Sorry this episode wasn't live, as we've been doing for the past couple weeks. Dylan is moving currently, so I figured this would probably just be easier while still getting some comment responses out. Speaking of which, let us know what you think. Should we continue doing live tales from the comments, or do you like kind of this format better? Or do you have any other suggestions to make the show a little bit better, a little bit cooler, I guess? I don't know. Or if you have any other suggestions on what you would like to see this show become or do, all that great stuff. We'd love hearing your thoughts in the comments down below. Until next time, guys, we'll see you on Wednesday for another episode of Comic Misconceptions, and on Thursday and Friday for more videos. Oh, it's going to be fun. Packed week of NerdSync. Get ready for it. But until next time, my name is Scott. See ya.